Education 9 students had the privilege of conducting a face-to-face interview with the principal of Magruyong Elementary School. Unfortunately, Mr. Danilo Alcantara was attending a professional seminar in Hubang BFS. However, who can stop dedicated students from pursuing their quest for knowledge? Now, let's listen and learn together.
Spain, dedicated activities
And so again, good afternoon, sir. I am Grace Solnes, and together with my partner.
I am Juliana. We are college education students from North Sentinels. And we also manage our group mates who are here sa Canada, and also who are not here pero nag-contribute sila. They contribute to this event. And we are also managing our instructor ng Persona, Dr. Sosonas, for letting us have this kind of activity. So we give the time to Sir.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danilo Alcantara, Principal 2 of Magruyong Elementary School, San Miguel District, Division of Surigao del Sur. I am just 4 months and 11 days in that elementary school because I was assigned in Pedro Miranda already Memorial Elementary School for I think 1 year and 8 months there in Sabayan, San Miguel, Surigao del Sur. But before I was assigned in Sabayan, I was handling a division program, which is the IP education program, as a division focal person of the Surigao del Sur division for more than 11 years. So that was a good experience and a lot of memories, and we are able to bring education, the inclusive education, to most of the remotest cities, especially IT communities in Surigao del Sur. And I can say that it was a productive endeavor in my assignment there because of the rationalization that the principal should be assigned in the school, not in the division office. So I am able to receive an order to handle the school.
So, sir, first of all, we are so very thankful dahil pinangalan po kami ng Enderby Trail kasi kahit na alam po namin talaga napaka-busy po talaga, and we are very thankful, and it is a big privilege na pinangalan po kami ng
Yes.
So first, what are the best practices of the school that cater the mission and vision of the education department?
Okay. So far in my 4 months and 11 days, I can say that we were able to implement some of the best practices in the school in terms of achieving or addressing the mission and vision of the education department. One, I ensure that in our school, because in our school, we are one of the school out of 32 districts in San Miguel 2, so 32 schools. So, ang kadagang kayo that we are unique, I can say, because in my leadership in 4 months, we sustained to check the daily attendance of the learners in entire school.
Wow.
That was starting August. Every day, So I ensure that I have to go around the campus every morning, or else I have to assign somebody kung busy kayo po to check the attendance. And in that way, I have that monitoring tool, and I recorded, track everything, documented, and give monthly awards like the 10 days with perfect attendance, like for example, grade 3. Kasi in August, nagkuha sila ng 10 days. So nag-award po ako every month ng top 3 grade level with highest attendance. So, sa amin lang po yan, out of 32 schools. And sabi nila mag-benchmark tayo. Best practice yan kasi mahirap talaga.
Yes, right.
Another is, number 2, we are able to practice the display of performance task output kung sa ato pa na is Youth Learners Project. So, nag-display kami. Tapos na pang first quarter, ginagawa ko namin yun sa outside of their classroom na lahat ng project, we ensure that all the projects created, submitted by the learners display. And ang alam niyo, ang maganda kasi, nagre-rate kami sa kanilang display. Now, we recognized by giving certificates and awards to the best display that aligned to the competency of that quarter. At whole school, it was a celebration because that time, later, mas-share ako, actually, i-advance ko na parang ma-encourage, ma-motivate ang whole community, parents and learners. We engage or we solicit food, free lunch for the whole population or all learners, 276 learners from the Gold Bar.
Wow.
And they also serve buffet to all the teachers and parents, good for 100 heads. During the first quarter recognition, and yung sabi ko, the display of performance output of all learners. That was first quarter. Here comes coming December 18, the recognition of the honors for second quarter, and also we will display their performance. You know what? This is very important because 50% of the computing the grades of the learners is from the performance task output or project.
Yes.
So we encourage talaga the parents to support if ever it is made by the learner. Or yung parents talaga, parang ano lang sila mag-assess in crafting the project. That is related to the competency, not mga waksa, bawal yan. Chine-check namin kasi may criteria. We awarded the best in display, the most abundant display, may mga ano yan. So, it's a fiesta for that day during the recognition. At kaya po yun sa entire Surigao del Sur. Yeah. Na-sustain. Another, we are able to maintain, we are the highest in mean percentage score in the quarterly submission, entire district. Kami po, declare po yan. Another, we are giving cash, we are strengthening, giving rewards and recognition through cash, in-kind certificates from various sources in all activities and projects. At hindi po yung putyo-putyo. We did not give certificates that is black and white, like pen paper. Kasi yun po ang nangyari sa mga division level, district level. In school, we promote excellence. We purchase photo paper. We give really colored certificates in photo paper. In a very small activity up to that. Another, we emphasize the importance of play-based and technology and art-based and the use of online apps. Tinuturo po namin yan during the in-service training. Pang-5. Pang-6, mayroon po kaming Project RED. Yung RED stands for Reading Excellence and Development. That is to address the identified 21 learners, which is they need intervention in the literacy and literacy and what's this reading intervention program. So we have 21 and that's good. We have to harvest that during my SUSA this coming December 19. Kasi nag-improve talaga ang reading level ng mga bata. From the 5 big skills in reading, improve sila. So we will award. And then we will be launching again, we will launch a program to be addressed to the learners at risk of dropping out. Na may na-identify po kami out of 276, that is 3% out of the total population composed of 16 learners from grade 1 to 6 na at risk of dropping out sila. We will identify because average and absences nila in a month like 5 to 7. So we need to address that. Baka magiging drop out sila later. And then this one, because of that, the best thing here in our school is we sustain the active promotion of stakeholders engagement. So such as nakita yun kasi may mga project na talaga kami. In 3 months, nakapagpatayo po kami ng school canteen na presentable for the collaboration. And lahat po ng mga ito, alam nila yung mga sinasabi ko. So yun po mga best practices. So 4 months lang yun.
Sir, it was awesome.
Okay, for the second question we have here, can you cite, sir, any community engagement or activity that the school really engaged in? Yes.
In a school operation, every school projects, activities, and programs will not be possible without the collaboration engagement of the community. So first, I believe on the active collaboration. So we organize the school governing council as one of our advisory council for any programs and project to be implemented so that they can suggest policies for the school improvement. That is organization of SPTA. The barangay official, we always tap and involve them in all activities. We inform them. And this, in terms of the learners, of course, we empower the learners through the Supreme Elementary School Government, DSLG, through the shared governance and feedback mechanism. So meaning, in all the session, hindi po lahat sa akin yun. Dapat alam lahat ng mga SGCs, PTA, barangay official, kung ano ang flow, kung anong nangyari sa school in terms of the implementation. That kailangan may transparency po yung mga ginagawa mo, alam nila. And mag-report ka kung may success or failure doon sa mga implementation. Yan, gusto nila yun. Another, sabi ko nga, by December 18, may ano po kami, State of the School Address. And I think not all schools have their own school address because commonly the SUSA or the State of the School Address is once a year. But I try my best to implement it twice a year so that I can report the mid-year performance from the 2 quarters. So, timely because this coming December 19, I'm going to report everything. Another, I forgot. In the milestone achievement, I will be reporting to you ano ang mga anong pinanaluhan namin or nagdaog kami sa mga division level. Marinig niyo yan mamaya. And then, so magkaroon pa ako ng stakeholders engagement or convergence ngayong 19 to it is a 5-in-1 activity. Yun nga. So, may SUSA, State of the School Address, mag-culminate ng Project Red, tsaka yung mag-launching kami ng Project Sagot dun sa mga absenteeism. And then we will be conduct a blessing ceremony to our new campaign worth almost 90,000. And then we will be having a year-end Christmas party together with all the parents. As I observed, sabi nila, hindi naman ako nag-ano talaga, it's a feedback from the parents, barangay official and teachers na mas marami daw ang magpapatawag kami ng meeting, mas dami daw ang nag-attend talaga. Because hindi nakita nila, may talaga transparency yung activity. And then another, in terms of engagement, yun na, ang Gold Bar is one of the sponsor of the school. And this coming December 19, magsasign po sila ng Memorandum of Understanding na Adaptive School Kaminga. So in all of our activities, like giving rewards and recognition, I think magbibigay po sila aside from those, from kung ano yung free lunch to the learners and the whole community, mag-adapt daw. I-adapt nila kami as an adaptive school. Then, actually, this coming 19, it's a blast talaga kasi all the businesses in that community, like the Kalingan, mga Kalingan, we solicited or we contacted them to become a sponsor to our at risk of dropping out learners. So, magbibigay sila ng bigas at ibigay din namin doon sa mga bata as a way of supporting, motivating them na dapat lang palaging ako sila doon sa school. So, yun yung project, then sa Brigada Esprit, siguro namin na-report namin yung aming mga donation through Adapt a School program system kasi may online yun po ang aming mga engagement and more.
Iba talaga pag mag-engage yung para sa community.
Correct.
So we were supporting them financially and in any aspect of it.
Yes. Great. Okay, so for our third question, sir, I can see talaga na napaka-performance and 11 days mo as a principal of school ngayon.
4 months, 11 days.
4 months and 11 days. Marami ka na po talagang achievements doon. And now, I can't wait na ma-hear mo yung mga highlight ng mga milestones mo na na-achieve sa school history.
Okay, first, we receive an award because hindi ito sa akin lang.
Yes.
It's a combined effort from the community, teachers, and the learners. Receive an award during the first quarter Mangum as a most improved school in entire Surigao del Sur. So hindi po lahat bigyan yan.
Yes.
Then we won several competition. So we won in the journalism, in the division school paper conference, in the SPC. In all category na was school paper na tinatawag na antikan. So qualifier po kami sa regional level and we are champion in Red Aton. We are also champion in sports in under unit level. And also, of course, I can say that achievement po namin yung sinasabi ko na we are the first po kami sa mean percentage score sa quarterly examination. Entire 32 schools in all subject area.
Wow.
Okay. Then, of course, yung milestone namin ay na-sustain talaga namin, balikin ko, na-sustain namin yung collaboration, engagement, and partnership with the community, the whole community. Yun po ang result. Makita ko yun sa school, yung aming project. Then, because of that, because we recognize the importance innovative practices, especially on the learning achievement, foundation po yung literacy and reading for an effective education in the community. So, dapat unang-una yung brain, tsaka yung learning environment, tsaka yung leadership, at tsaka yung partnership, tsaka yung resources na gagamit in a right way.
Yes.
So, yan po ang milestone ng mga nakita ko na okay.
Napakaganda.
So, for the fourth question, actually, hindi naman lahat ng school is perfect at its entirety, but this moment, what are the challenges the school faced during your term, particularly 4 months and 11 days, and how did the school manage to overcome those challenges in the school?
Okay, in my first month in the school, I observed that several learners having their absences. So when I check and track and ask teacher why, so one of that is some of the learners is involved in child labor. Pasulugin sila po sa kalisod. Poverty. So it is at risk of dropping out learners. So to address that, that's why we have that project sa book There's an alternative delivery mode for the learners of that. Like we have, kung mag-ano sila, mag-involve sila sa child labor or magpasol sila, babaon na lang namo kay manangin mag-yun. We have to give them modules. Then, follow up talaga. At saka, sometimes, mabait yung teacher namin kasi, binibigyan sila like, i-include nila sa ilang mga baon ng mga bata. Ayaw pag-absent. Kaya, kain mo pa nga ako diri, anak, ako na ka. Ang teacher, may anak, maluwi lang siya. Kaya it's, we cannot control because that is a family problem.
Yes.
Okay. Then, of course, aside from that, we conducted home visit for that learners. Another is we have limited time contact with the learners. I can say that because there are disruption of classes. We cannot avoid that. Like the different activities na conducted by the district division, even the municipal level. So, tubak manggitaan na. So, maapektuhan, like mag-parade, so makuha na po ng contact time. Supposedly, the intended competency to be taught for that day, dili na makuhaan. So, ang mga bata ba basta makuha na sa bunso ng klase kayo. Magkapasinta pa po na sila. That's why I can say that na limited contact time, but we provide, I provide technical assistance to the teacher. Kaya naman yun, every now and then, I told the teacher to be ready with the learning activity sheets, the modules, and other learning resources ipabaw sa bata. For some students or learners, they have their own laptop or computer or signal at home. So pwede na ito i-send sa GC. But for those without already ang printed materials, para sa in times of disruption classes na dili malikayanan. So isa yung challenge. Kay ang exam mo for that quarter is covered ang competency, but ang contact time sa bata pag teaching learning process nakuhaan na. Okay. Gilantaw na po siya. Another, we have limited access to technology. Right now, as I told you that during our inset, we are able to conduct the training on how to use the play-based and art-based approach in teaching science and across learning areas, and using the online apps, using the technology to conduct activities, the interactive learning through the online apps like Slido, Kahoot, the Mentimeter, the Wheel of Names, and the use of Google Classroom, and other. Kabalo naman teacher how to use that. So the problem is the technology, like the internet signal.
Yes.
But hopefully by 2025, in the first quarter, we will be able to purchase more internet connectivity account. So magdugang ko kaya ang ino sa mga teacher mag-loading ang kuan nila sa ilang Android TV. So this time when you are going to browse the YouTube and type the competency for that quarter, week 1, week 2, that first quarter, na-kanan.
Yes.
So you can use the YouTube in teaching. Pero I pag-relay kayo, you have to contextualize in your context. So, limited kami but ma-addressa na mo na in next year po. Another is limited financial resources, but we are able, through the source generation of our partners like the parents, na-augment na siya kay musalig man sila sa amo, no? So we're able to address this problem. And hopefully, we can sustain it until the fourth quarter. Kaya usahay mo lang na sila na, sir, mundang nakikita ko mga income generating project, mag-ray na ako per week, kada buwan, tagkaduha. So, hanap ko na sila. So, in November, kami relax. But there comes in December, dito na sa grading na kayo. Para pamalit kong mga TV, para gamiton sa mga bata. Another is, yan, naman kong sulat din. disasters. No? In my school, bisag na kami sa taas kay may the location of the school is naa sa taas sa higher elevated area like mura siya patrol base, but ang among mga learners ang nabalay dito mabahaan, ang among mga learners na dito community diri sa Inadan maghira, so maka-affect po sa ilang kay nakainumdum ka pa church na yakoy gabangan ng mga 40 plus kay tiingan ulo sa pakutlan ng panunungan ang magluyong mga bakit ito na trauma then itong gira-gira din sa kuan pero dili man nato controllable because there are agencies assigned for that, but it can affect actually. So anong mo diri is we ensure that we have the continued contact and collaboration with this agency like the PNP, the barangay official, barangay tanong to address na unay makuha namo ang mga bata na affected na. So I think more na for my teachers, I don't have problem to them. Coffee na sila. Mamati sa ako. Kugihan sila tanan. We celebrated together what we got. Okay, nakita man ako. Wala kay problema sa stakeholder. Okay sila tanan. Tanan lang yun ang akong problema.
Okay, so for our fifth question, sir, ay nakikita ko talaga yun na yung vision as a leader sa education institution. Grabe parang beyond talaga sa maiisip ng normal leader, ng isang normal na leader. Kasi ako, how I wish na may ganyan akong leader way back when I was in elementary and high school. And now, we would like to take this as an opportunity, sir, to ask you this personal question. Kasi nga, kami dito, nangangarap din kami na puhol maging isang katulad mo.
Yes.
Ayan, yes, sir.
Kaya.
So here's the question, sir. As a leader of this institution, what type of leadership are you applying to ensure success and attainment of your vision in the school?
I believe that the best way to change the lives, to change the world, to change somebody is to use the platform of education.
Right.
Me personally, I am a product of the poor family and I am a 100% Manobo of the member of the Manobo tribe. So kabalog ko sa ako background, yung sana ko nga naingani ko karon, and my experience in my college as a working student in Central Mindanao University and being an IPED focal person for more than 11 years, and then in Tarsor Gaudusor, and then I was able to grab a scholarship grant in Northern Illinois University in Illinois, USA. And that kind of experience, when I have to combine it, this is the product. That's why I use this kind of leadership. So I have three, and I believe this is very effective. One is transformational leadership. This kind of leadership is, of course, from the word transform. You are going to inspire, empower somebody. Dili kung ikaw ra.
Correct.
Empowered sila, all your stakeholders. In my school, I ensure that at the beginning of the school year, mag-direction setting din ko. Why? Para ma-mindset na hain kami mo tono. Para mahimo na ko sila ng transform. Kung ako transformational leader, dapat sila in their classroom, in anak ko sila.
Yes.
That's why, very important ang data. Kanaman, pag during sa target setting, i-empower na ang mga teacher. I give him the freedom, like kung English coordinator ka, na make your own action plan for the whole year, and then we will help each other together with other teacher. So i-empower din ako sila. And then I believe that this kind of leadership, this is fostering shared vision.
Yes.
Shared good. Ang importante ka ng word na sharing. Kaya kung ikaw sa mula mo yung mandatory ikaw for me ang sunod. Kung ikaw pangaroon, it's not effective anymore this time.
Correct.
Ng anak ng mga kind of leadership. And another is maka-encourage sa mga teacher to innovate. Kaya maganahan man sila kayo, dalaman kay teacher. Tapos with the help of parents, So, makainumdum ako during our completion in the first quarter and display of performance output. Pag-abot na ako sa school, 6:30. Pag-abot, wait, hindi mga anak na yan, hindi na. Bisisa ka muna yung decorate. Sir, 4 o'clock pa kayo sa buntag gawin kayo. Support it kami sa mga bata sa inyo, sir, na inamin. So, that is, empower na po ang mga parents. Di sila magpulong kay para doon na sila.
Yes.
Ako, kung parents ako na makita ko yung mga output ng anak ko na doon makita talaga tapos naka-display. Wow. I'm so glad siguro proud parents ako,
Yes.
no? So, ingana, shared vision, shared of vision, i-delegate niyo ng trabaho and it is to check, to follow up, to help, to extend technical assistance, and then matibok ang trabaho mo. So that's a transformational leadership. Another is, for me, I still believe in this, servant leadership. So that is prioritizing the welfare of learners, teachers, while promoting collaboration and inclusivity. So collaborate good. Dili kayo yung magpuang ka ikaw ang principal. No. I have to involve, I have to model first. Ako kaugalingon. Unang-una is reporting to school. So, dapat early ka. Dili kayo mag-istorya ka na, dili mag-late pero mismo ikaw late.
Correct.
So, servant leadership. Pagtanaw na ako mga teacher na po. So, okay, serve mo kung ang mangunak with count. That's, and up to this time, any type of organization, any type of group, servant leadership is still very effective. Third, instructional leadership. One of the main functions of the principal is being an instructional leader, and that composes 70% of our effort and time is to be focused on instruction, and 30% is on administrative manner like mag-liquidate, mag-sadaka ng partnership. Kaya ang hitabo ko manggod, bisang tanawin mo na bali, ang principal at tunanong nag-focus sa 70% on administrative matter, 30% na lang ang wala na magtuki like conducting classroom observation, checking the lesson plan, looking at the aspect on the teaching learning process that needs to be improved. Like uno yung pinakakuang gayon na lowest and math na daghan, so you have to check kay and everything ini ang pinaka-downline sa ato mga efforts in the school kung ikaw ang leader is bata. We don't have the budget for building, for MOE, we don't have budget for item of teacher, and everything without the learner. So instructional leadership is very important, and that ensuring that our learners receives the right education, quality education that they deserve from the teacher. So ako po, focus din ako sa teacher, pagkadak ng instructional leadership, technical assistance, on what are the very effective teaching methods na magamit na. That is on haon sa ilang context sa mga bata. That's why every week we have the collaborative expertise, and my first quarter is focused on the literacy and reading intervention program. Kaya nakita na ko na that's a foundational aspect of learning sa bata. Kaya kung makabas ang bata, everything will follow.
Yes.
So, katong gingon sa among supervisor na nabali, ang 70% ko ananong sa admin, ipaningkamutan din ako ka na. And nakita na ako to unresolved, nakita na ako. So makita man ninyo sa akong istorya, kay ma-prove man na di man ka-awardan of most improved school entire division kung dili nila makita. So na-give me collaborative expertise every day. Then every week also, kung naibakante, magkada kami ng Slack or Slack session or learning access cell, school learning access cell. Naka-line up na ang Slack plan for the whole year. So focus with me sa pedagogy and teaching sa bata, sa learning with me. And then, I encourage my teacher to enroll to online, kanang para sa ila professional development, and grow professionally to enroll in like masterals or graduate school classes.
So thank you sir for letting us know or letting us masabtan yun what are the type of leadership, particularly the transformational, instructional, and the servant leadership.
Yeah.
So for the second to the last question sir, as a principal, sabi niya, it is more personal na question. As a principal, how do you manage your faculties and other organizational personnel within your school?
Okay, I believe that being fair to everyone has a significant impact. So, as I said a while ago, that I encourage my teacher that kung good siya management of faculty to have a regular professional development session. Itong ginako sila every week na may collaborative expertise session and Slack session. And I ensure during the NSEP that kung sa yun ang naka-ready na mga topic, ako din pinakuan nila. During the pakay din ako ang output nila at the end of the session sa aming NSEP. Na lesson plan integrated with one. So they grow in their teaching through learning new innovation. Ako ba nung tiguan na ko sir din ako anak? No. You have to use your technology. Every now and then, gagawin kang cellphone, use that. Like, they have to conduct their quarterly exam. That is our target by next year, that we have to conduct the quarterly exam through the use of gadget. So nakaprogram niyo siya, nagturakan mo answer ang bata. Sir, waray kuan. Why, mga gadget. Di ko mo to, okay. Kada bahay ay kuan. Let the parents kuan. Ipadangan yan. Tapos, nakaprogram na. Isa yung sa target na ako. Another is, I believe in transparency. No? In the organization, kung wala ng transparency, and then involve them in the decision making. Sabi na, involve sila sa decision making. Ayaw pa kung ikaw ang principal, din mo, yes, I believe na aming faculty organization, so I have to consult the master teacher, I have to consult or inform the faculty president, then encourage them that they grow more professionally every day. Kay learning, the mo stop learning is a continuous process. Another, at the beginning of the school year, I said that I have my target setting, so I ensure that I have established a clear performance goal of all sa among tanan. Kaya ang sa performance, kung anong mechanism sa pag-check sa ilang performance outputs. Graduhan ba sila? So, mag-provide din ko regular feedback sa ila kung ako makita. Di na ako paglanganan. On that day, on that hour, ma'am, amugin niya ako nagtipan. Ma'am, well, I check your summative test, ma'am, I have no TOS, ma'am. I need to have your answer key so that I will know. So, mag-issue ako ng PMCF. PMCF stands for Performance Monitoring and Coaching Form. PMCF. After that, na ma-found out yung mga critical incidents sa your teaching and learning, mag-issue na kayo ng FAR. FAR is for Findings, Analysis, and Recommendation. So, during the issuance of the PMCF, mag-sign, agree ka mo dito na mo yun ang critical. So, si ma'am, magtanong ay, gawin kita ni sir. So, this is the Findings, Analysis, and Recommendation. Check, follow up mo. So, sometimes, ang mga teacher, hindi makasabi ko yung ng mga reports. So, I have my tracking in every reports and templates forms they submitted. Kaya at the end of the month or quarter, 3 months, mag-award ako yung siya ng top 3 best in the submission of reports, forms, and templates. Ga-award ako yung to. So, dito niagi, ga-award ako tag iska kilo na gatas with cash and certificates. So, ganahan sila din. Ang mga bata po, madawal sila kay may. So, anak kong ginahin mo. Every stores, bahala gamay. Hapitan ko gayon. Mag-solicit ako, bahala mangapag sila ng biskwitay na isa kalaon. Apis, yaon. So, tanan, tindahan mo solicitan. Sir, in kind, cash ako, sir. Tapos, i-report din namin transparent.
Okay, so now, for our last question, sir, I am wondering na kasi nakikita ko talaga for 4 months and 11 days, you've come a long way. Ika nga.
4 months and 11 days.
Oh, sorry. sorry. 4 months and 11 days. You've come a long way, ika nga nila. Nakita ko na napakarami nilang achievements, napakarami nilang yun nga, mga milestones na nakuha. And now, how do you see this school 5 years from now?
Yes. So, as a school head, I am inspired together with the collaboration of my teachers, and I can say that our learners they are motivated in coming back to school every day because na-feel nila yung mga innovations, mga interventions na ginagawa namin. So, hindi ako yung naako na I am just a driver of that diesel.
Correct.
So, I can see kung in 5 years from now, ang school, kung masustain na mo the innovation, the good practice, best practices, even makalaong kita ka, may agi na, kay gi-awardan din kami as most improved school entire division. I can see the school as a model of inclusive and equitable education because we will ensure that no one will be left behind in the community. Like, in the coming years, the implementation of alternative learning system or ALS for adult learners, out of school age learners, is to be monitored, to be implemented by the principal within the community. And we have the mandate of Inclusive Education Act in the coming years that the implementation, the monitoring implementation of this inclusive education, just like that special needs education or SNED is within the school. And just the other day or the other week, last week, we cascaded because I attended the training in Cebu City on the SNED implementation. So hopefully, nag-start na po kami sa school. So magiging model po siya. When we say inclusive and equitable education, lahat na ng mga tao na nag-need ng education sa school, sa community and school, mabibigyan natin. So, yung model siya. So, number 2, nakikita ko po na ma-enhance namin yung aming mga facilities, technological integration, yung sabi ko, na lahat na ng mga classrooms ay dapat Android TV with very talaga yung strong, stable yung signal ng ating internet kasi sa gamay ang guna ng campus kaya mo rin sa tulo ka book signal na magbayad kami ng kuan naka-budget na po yun for 2025 yung aming monthly bills at saka yung sa subscription. Masasabi ko na di na kami behind in terms of the integration of technology. And then, nakikita kong mag-improve yun ang school. So this is bridging the digital divide. Kaya na yung mga bata naman yung, sir, with yun ang kuhan, sir, kung mag-implement ka, sir, wala may aming kuhan. No. Soon, magkuhan ta og sponsor sa mga tablet. Muna ako plan. So I had to engage or request sa mga alumni na magkuhan siguro ng tablet. Magkuhan lang ako ng kuhan siguro proposal. Kaya daghang mga sa community sa Bunay na yung mga alumni nga naanagit sila mga kwarta na makatapa. Ang kuan ng youth is ang principal youth kinahanglan mo lihok din siya.
Correct.
So nakita na ko model na siya, then ma-enhance na ang facilities, then kung digital ng school, then of course third, this is the most kung ginako yun ang I have to sustain this the strong collaboration and engagement with the stakeholders. Dili ko mainani karon, dili ka mainanang school ang performance buhat ang atong stakeholders. So kining tulo na ako nakita in 5 years, I can say that the dream, the vision, the mission, and the goal of the Department of Education is makita na yun sa Magroyong Elementary School.
Wow.
So naanay innovation, excellence, and academic performance of education. Ana lang.
Okay. So, thank you so much for sharing those informations. Actually, hindi rin po natin nakita dito ko nakita yung reality
Yes.
ng course na pursue namin yung end of 6 under the advice of
Yes,
Dr.
I have to share to you kasi
Yes, sir.
here, kasi it's all about school-based management.
Yes, yes.
So, share ako sa kanila siya, kaya niyo mga sir, kaya natin itong di pamhimo-himo. Kaya dagan ito as in. Karong gani ko, karong mag-state of the school address ako, ay gusto mo nila nga mag-lead wall, kinahanglan yun, kuhaan kay celebration. Nakaya niyo mga sir naman. Kuhaan lang yun, kinahanglan sustain yun nimo ang imo connection sa ila, sa teacher, sa kuhaan, and then confirm ko sa ilo decision, dili ko ka mong kuhaan. Dapat everything na imo i-inform yun sila. Or gihanap mi sa imo gi-share, sir. Kay not all na ako lang gipanikamutan na kato ako na-learn in my past na my experience.
Yeah.
O na siya ang kibali gilugdanan na application of the experience and learnings, insights that I got from my previous working place pag-eskwela na ako. Kay ano to sa Amerika na ako is it's a leadership in the marginalized sector. So timing na kanito mga bata, problema katong mga absenteeism, mga poverty. Makita na kung ano rin nakalimot ganin ko, I am advocating anti-bullying. So I'm sure that the office of the principal is the office of all learners. So every time na kaya ako encourage sila, na musulod sila sa office pag ay mag-bully, mag-kuhan, so di ko anti-bullying, di pa-memorize na mga katulong sa bata. So tanan silang student sa ako, kaya wak maman may guidance counselor. Ito ay anak. Ay ganun kayo, hanap pero fulfilling and happy.
Yes.
Actually, thank you so much sir, for giving us the time, for letting us also have an interview, personal interview with you. And I think
Yeah, so ako personally, na-inspire ko talaga kasi sir. Kasi nga, dito ko na-realize pala talaga na as an educator, we are not just limited in teaching, but we have this power na i-transform talaga yung buhay ng isang bata. Not just by the curriculum, pero dito nakikita talaga na parang overall holistic development ng isang bata ay kaya natin itong baguhin. Yeah, so ngayon sir, as thankful na din po, as a thanks sa iyo, meron po kami maliit lamang na island
Nag-import pa
for you sir. Opo, thank you so much.
And also, thank you for choosing me to share my knowledge, expertise, and my experience being a school leader. And this is a privilege for me to inspire students, aspirants like you to become an effective teacher, future instructional leaders in your community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much sir. So please, gawain mo. Ayan. So,
Salamat!
sir, ano pa talaga kami sir? Pag-o.
Sige.
Okay lang po.
Thank you.
Yes, na talaga. Privilege. Okay, so please, thank you sir.
Good day everyone, I am Sayarmi Abaapanyo from BSL Filipino 3 and today I will be sharing my insight about our interview with the principal of Magruyong Elementary School, Mr. Danilo Alcantara, which welcomed us wholeheartedly even though he has a hectic schedule at that moment. So, based on his statements, I noticed that he is really devoted to his work as a school head, as we can imagine that at 4 months and 11 days of being a school head, there is a transformation that happens to the point that his school has sustained the active promotion of stakeholder engagement. And also, he foresees that 5 years from now, Magruyong Elementary School will have a more manageable and high-tech school management. So with that, we can see that he has a wide and well-organized vision for his school, and that made me amazed by him. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, this is my reflection video after the interview of one of the head in the San Miguel School. The interview with the head, Sir Danilo Alcantara, in one of San Miguel schools was a good experience because we learned a lot from him. Specifically, we noticed that he accomplished all these tasks in a short period of time. The ideas and techniques he enforced were effective and productive, as we evidenced by the certificates they earned. The community was involved because of the transparency and activities that they implemented, which encouraged the people to participate. I learned that everything would be fine if we attempted something new or experimented with new ways of doing things and got the desired results. It was about managing and determining the ideal technique to encourage pupils to participate and become interested in all they do. Parents and pupils will actively participate if the leader is passionate, resourceful, and creative, because the person or people in charge, as well as the technique themselves, can sometimes impede full participation. The experience shared by the school principal was truly inspirational because it demonstrated that time is not a barrier when it comes to making a difference and progress, because every day is a door for progress, and it is up to individual to take the first step forward that open door for transformational change and improvement. To summarize, everything should be prepared as well as flexible and adaptable, because there will be many unexpected events, but consistency and resilience are crucial for achieving a good and fruitful outcome. That's all. Thank you.
So, base sa aming interview kay Mr. Danilo Alcantara sa Sagbayan Elementary School sa San Miguel. So, mangha talaga sa kanya kahit 4 months and 11 days lang yung nasan siya bilang isang principal doon sa kanilang paaralan. Marami na siyang nagagawa sa kanilang eskwelahan. Nagagawa ni Sir Danilo Alcantara ang kaniyang pagiging leader dahil siya ay nangunguna sa kanilang paaralan at nakaroon sila ng collaboration ng kanilang mga teacher. So sabi pa nga niya ay hindi siya talaga puro utos sa kanilang mga teacher, kaya
So magandang araw sa lahat. Ito pong aking reaction video tungkol sa aming panayam sa isang school head na si Sir Alcantara. Kami po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa pagkakataon na ibinigay niya upang sagutin lahat ng aming mga katanungan. Napahanga po talaga ako sa mga kwento ni Sir Alcantara sa loob lamang na 4 and 11 days bilang school head. Marami siyang nagawa at naitulong, hindi lamang sa mga estudyante kundi pati na rin sa mga pamilyang nagbibigay ng suporta sa paaralan. Dahil dito, patuloy niyang na ipapakita ang kahalagahan ng pagtutulungan para sa kaunlaran ng eskwelahan. Ayon sa kanya, hindi madali ang maging isang principal o school head. Maraming kailangang gawin, maraming responsibilidad na kailangang unahin, at mga plano na dapat maisakatuparan. Gayunpaman, nagagawa niya lahat ng ito dahil sa kanyang fashion o pagmamahal sa trabaho. Aniya, kapag pinili mo ang isang professions, dapat mo itong ibigay ng buong puso. Isa sa mga hinahangaan ko kang Sir Alcantara ay ang kanyang plano para sa kinabukasan ng paaralan. Kitang-kita sa kanyang mga dedikasyon na hindi lamang sa mga pag-aaral, kundi pati na rin sa mga kabuang pagpapalago ng institusyon. Tunay ng kahanga-hanga ang kanyang pamumuno. So maraming salamat at Sir sa inyong mga inspirasyon at pagiging huwaran sa amin. So yun lang po aking reactions, reflections with you.
Good day everyone. As one of the person that interviewed Sir Danilo, I really learned so much during our interview. I really learned particularly in the kind of leadership that Sir Danilo has to lead certain school that he really have this kind of leadership where it evolves on the concept of transformational leadership. I really learned so much a lot from him, particularly on the vision that he has as a principal of the school. He really emphasized to share his vision with his co-teachers in that school. He shared his vision to each mentors, teachers, and the faculty and staff of that school, and they collaborate to each other, focusing on that vision that he has instilled to them. He is not a kind of leader that is focused more on directing and commanding them, but he is a leader who is more on inspiring them and to let them also share their ideas, share their knowledge and wisdom for the betterment of the school. As part of the group, I really learned so much in this course, particularly during our interview. I see the realistic thing behind all the theoretical discussions that we had, and I am so grateful to have this kind of opportunity to become a person that learned from an expert, Sir Danilo.
Nais naming ipahayag ang aming pagkikilala sa matatag na pamumuno ng punong guro na si Mr. Danilo Alcantara sa harap ng mga hamon na kinakaharap ng kanyang paaralan. Ang kanyang dedikasyon at pagtsatsaga ay nagsisilbing halimbawa sa lahat ng miyembro ng kanyang komunidad. Naway patuloy ninyong gagampanan ang inyong mga mahalagang tungkulin sa pag-angat ng kalidad ng edukasyon sa ating bansa. Ang inyong dedikasyon at pagmamahal sa inyong propesyon ay isang inspirasyon sa amin. Maraming salamat.
Magandang araw sa lahat. Ako pala si Leo Molanida from BSED Filipino 3. Ngayon ay ibabahagi ko sa inyo ang aking insight patungkol sa aming interview kay Ginoong Danilo Alcantara, isang principal sa Magroyong Elementary School. Base sa interview, talagang napaka-devoted niya when it comes to leadership. Imagine sa 4 months and 11 days niya bilang isang school head, marami na siyang naiambag sa school upang maging mahusay. Kaya hangang-hanga talaga ako sa inyong katapatan, Sir Danilo Alcantara. Naway maging inspirasyon ka sa lahat ng gustong maging isang mabuting leader. Ika nga sa quotes na aking nakita sa internet, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Kaya, maraming salamat sa pagbabahagi ng inyong karanasan bilang isang mabuting leader.
Hello everyone. It was a great experience to have an interview with the highly intelligent principal of Magroyong Elementary School, Sir Danilo Alcantara. All I can say is wow. I am really amazed by how he managed to accomplish so much in just 4 months and 11 days. Honestly, if I were be given a chance or ever be given a year or more, I don't think I could achieve what he has. This truly reflects the kind of leader he is. A visionary leader who sees beyond what others envision. And he has a genuine heart for leadership and is dedicated to bring positive changes not only in the school and the community, but also to the lives of every student there. He is a living testimony to what a transformational leadership is all about. I've learned so much from this experience, and I want to take this as an opportunity to thank you, ma'am, for assigning us this task. The knowledge and insights we've gained are invaluable and cannot be measured in monetary terms. We will carry this experience with us throughout our teaching journey.
Good day, everyone. So, in our recent interview with Mr. Danilo Alcantara, principal of Magruyong School, he shared his vision of a more manageable and high-tech management system within 5 years. So, my insight is that this forward-thinking plan highlights his commitment to modernizing schools' operations and creating a more efficient and innovative learning environment. By focusing on streamlined administrative processes and integrating advanced technologies like digital tools and smart classroom, Mr. Alcantara aims to enhance both operational efficiency and the educational experience for students and staff. His strategic timeline demonstrates proactive and goal-oriented leadership, ensuring the schools remains competitive and prepared for future challenges. So this vision benefits all stakeholders, offering students better resources, parents greater transparency, and teachers tools to simplify their tasks. Ultimately, Mr. Alcantara plans reflects his dedications to fostering growth, sustainability, and excellence, positioning Magruyong School as a leader in education. So that is all about my insights. Thank you.